Hello, my name is Kunt and I'm producer of Carrier Command Gaea Mission, which we've been working on for past few years. Game itself is a kind of action game with lots of strategic elements implemented into it, and we are basing like the base for our gameplay is actually classic from 1988, which we took and moved to a new level. We tried to include newest technologies. We are actually cooperating with NVIDIA. We're NVIDIA the way it's meant to be played game, and so we would like to show the new players as well as the fans of the original what we can do and what the Carrier Command concept or design can be, what level it can be taken to. So what you have just seen is a teaser video, and now I'm going to show you some gameplay. Here you will actually see a first-person mission, which is a part of a story-based campaign, because we are not first-person shooter type of game. As I said, it's an action game with strategic elements, but to spice things up, we included first-person missions in our storyline, and I will show you a bit of a general gameplay after this presentation, which I feel looks more or shows more of what the game can do in a technical sort of way, or maybe technical sort of way. So here we are being dropped into a battle zone with by flying unit, which is called Manta. Player is controlling Walrus. He's actually inside the tank, but in general gameplay he remotely controls all the units. So here we're being dropped, and there are some reinforcements waiting for us. And our main goal here is to capture the island by capturing or conquering specific sectors which are currently occupied by an enemy force. So the Walrus units are kind of amphibious tanks. So here I am actually fighting enemy on the water, which can be difficult since enemy units are partially submerged, so they're much more difficult to hit, as you can see now. But fortunately I have my reinforcements at the ready, so they're giving hell to enemy on their own. Well, we have a really diverse environment. Here you can see a volcanic type of island, which has its own vegetation. Here partially burned down, but we have other types of environment like temperate zone, snowy islands in Arctic regions, or swamp areas, stuff like that. So down the hill there will be like massive battle where you'll be able to see some pyrotechnics, stuff like that. And after that, I'm confident we will be ready to see the general gameplay, which is a bit more complex, because it's not as straightforward as you might think from this part, where it's just a kind of FPS mission. Well, me and my colleagues, we were able to, or my comrades, we were able to conquer this area. So now I think it's time for me to show you something more of a general gameplay and other environments, so you could really appreciate how good the game looks. In our game, one of the really impressive features, which might be interesting from a technical point of view, is that you can switch from one unit to another in a blink of a second seamlessly, without any lag or anything, like I've been doing here. Because you can order units on map, see in the bottom left corner what they are actually doing, and if you see the unit might need your assistance, then you might just want to switch to it, control it yourself, and try to bring your skill to the fight, or attempt to get another unit to follow me to form sort of a wingman for me. Here my goal is to destroy this building, which is actually scramble of my remote telemetry, which is used to control units remotely, so I cannot leave certain area, which is shown here. And after I've done that, I can capture the island itself and move forward with the campaign. So, apart from switching the units seamlessly, or switching amongst the units seamlessly, you might have also noticed the picture-in-picture and the fact that there is a rendered scene under the map itself, so it's kind of a more rendered words in one picture. Okay, so now we can finally move a bit further and try to capture the island itself. Well, that would we do if I were not to explain the whole game, because this is kind of this battle for islands is main focus, but it's only part. It's the action part. The strategic elements I mentioned before, they are more connected to the whole network of islands, which you have to maintain and use to your advantage. So, for example, I can produce new items, new vehicles, like that. Then I can have them delivered to my carrier, so I can use them in combat, because I'm constantly losing units in this. Also, all units are equipable with multiple versions of armor and multiple versions of arms and weapons and stuff like that. So each unit, even though the walruses and mantas are only types of unit, has so many combinations of armor, weapons and stuff like that, that you in fact you get many unit types, because you can have a tank with sort of a anti-air gun, or tank with just a light machine gun for some heavy duty recon operations, or manta with heavy armor used as a kind of a gunship for destroying enemy defenses, stuff like that. So as you can see, the game itself is quite complex. I will switch to a 3D view for more interesting pictures, actually. As I was saying, the game itself is quite complex, but to help players get used to it, we designed sort of a really good training or tutorial which is incorporated in the story, so you gradually acquire new technology and new features of the carrier, like I showed, the production supply, stuff like that. So you are not overwhelmed from the beginning, but you can get used to everything the game can do, and you can utilize it to your advantage. Well, I thank you for your attention, and I hope you enjoyed the presentation and that you will be picking up a copy of Carrier Command when it comes out in first quarter of 2012.